Morning. I'm Mayor Woody Brown. I'm here for our monthly coffee chat. This is the online coffee chat. Today is August 4th, 2026. I hope that y'all are having a nice week. I'm going to change to the dashboard so that I can see if there's any comments. Please leave a comment if you're here watching, or if you have a question, please put it in the comments, and if I see it, I'll answer it right now if I know the answer. If I don't know the answer or I don't see it, because I'm kind of juggling a few things here, I will answer it to the best of my ability. After this, I'll go through any comments. But I appreciate you being here. We have, it's a busy week. It's things are happening fast. Today is August 4th. School starts next Tuesday, August 11th. So if you're out on the road next week, understand there's going to be a lot of kids walking to new bus stops, so please be careful. We'll be out waving some signs with the firefighters early next week to help remind people that school's in session, and please drive carefully. You should probably drive carefully throughout the year, but it's especially important right when school is back because kids are walking some new routes and maybe going to a new school and walking along the sidewalks and along our roadways. So please be careful out there. Let me see. Excellent. So we do have a commission meeting today. We have a couple ceremonial items, well actually 3 ceremonial items on the agenda that you will see if you watch or come to our commission meeting tonight. The first one is recognition of citizen campers, and that's where we recognize campers at each of our full summer all-day camps. Good morning, Stacy. Thanks for being here and thanks for commenting, so I know that somebody's here. But we recognize campers that kind of go above and beyond. It's always one of my favorite ceremonial items throughout the year because we hear about little kids at camp that really just help out through the whole summer. They help engage their peers, and if oftentimes the story is if they see some kid that doesn't seem to be fitting in, they'll kind of bring them into the group. And so hearing these stories is always really fun. I don't recognize any of the names. I guess that means my kids are getting older because I don't recognize a single name on the citizen camper list tonight, but I'll meet those young people today. Good morning, Annie. Thanks for being here. And I'm excited about that. We also have team members of the quarter. There's 4 team members recognized tonight. Good morning, Ken. Good to see you. And we'll talk about their accomplishments in this recent quarter as well. And then we also have a drawing for a ballot position for the November election. There's one contested race. There's 2 candidates, one that's an incumbent and one that's a new challenger to that incumbent. And we'll hear how we in the city of Largo, I'm not sure how they do it in other places, to tell you the truth, but in the city of Largo, we have a long-standing tradition that we do a drawing the week after qualifying. Good morning, Terry. Let me see if this is coming up. Oh yeah, cool. We do a drawing to see who will be listed first. If there's multiple people, sometimes there's 3 or 4 people running for the same seat, we'll have a drawing where we just draw the names, and the order that they're drawn is the order that they're on the ballot. It's not alphabetical by first name or last name. It's just the order that's drawn on that. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate it. The order that's drawn on that early August meeting. So that'll be tonight. We also have a couple different items that are essentially changes to our policies and our code to comply with recently changed state law. So the legislature, as you know, they met this spring, through the winter, through the spring, and then they met again for a couple other things. But they enacted some laws in Tallahassee that caused us to have to change our policies and our code of ordinances to comply with those new laws. So some of the laws take effect. Actually, some of the laws already took effect on July 1st, and then some of them take effect on January 1st. So we're changing a few of the things in those documents. Good morning, Jill. Thanks for being here. So you see, what else do we have tonight? We're looking at, we talked about this last month, fees for rental or usage of the community room and the commission chambers at Horizon, as well as the plaza and the stage. Folks can use those. We have basically a fee schedule for the use of those, and it depends. If you're a Largo resident or private nonprofit group, you get one. Sometimes there's no charge. If you're a Largo business, there's a smaller charge than if you're not a Largo business. And the theory is, and the reality is, that Largo businesses help pay for that stuff. So they get a break over non-Largo businesses. But it's the design of Horizon was really to invite and allow for community groups to use those spaces to be there. And it's I think it's a great thing. And it's second reading. We had a little bit of discussion on first reading, but I expect it'll go through fine tonight. We do have some budget amendments. I think it's $680,000 in budget amendments. The bulk of which is home funding, which is that's federal money that's used for affordable housing, and there's real specific parameters in how that money's used. It's money that we get each year, well, most years, and we use that to do first-time home buyer assistance. We do housing rehabilitation, where if somebody needs a roof and they're in a certain income bracket, we can give them a zero-interest loan to help put a new roof on their house so that they can stay in their house. We do a lot of programs like that. We do efficiency improvements. So think about if you have a 20-year-old air conditioner that runs all the time, doesn't work that well, is very costly to run, and you're in a certain income bracket, you can get a zero-interest loan through these programs through the city to pay for a new air conditioner in your house, and you pay it back over time. And it's a great program. So that's all funded by the home funding. We're using about $630,000 for a big senior affordable housing development that's coming into Largo, and it's going to help make that happen. So I think senior affordable housing is very important in Largo and in Pinellas County. We have some cool development or cool projects that have completed already, but it's a challenge with senior affordable housing because most of it is mobile home parks right now. And as you know, this time of year, if there's a named storm coming, all those folks have to evacuate. I talk about this all the time, so apologies if you've heard that before. So that's one of the things I think we really need to work on is some more sustainable or more resilient senior affordable housing than the mobile home parks. Not that we're eliminating mobile home parks. We've got some great ones here in Largo. But, there are some challenges that come with that because when there's a storm coming, they have to evacuate those. And so let me see. We have, we're also looking at, in the budget amendment is a small amount for the Bonner Boardwalk to wrap up that project. It's been going on since, I think, 2023. So a little bit of money to finish up that project. And then a little bit more money for the police staffing study that's been underway. And it's looking at both the organizational whole system of the police department as well as staffing levels, civilian and uniform staffing, etc. So there's a pretty good comprehensive look that we haven't done in a long time of our police department and looking forward what we need to do. So it's a good thing. And the last thing on that budget amendment is some money to sever the utilities at 201 Highland, the building formerly known as City Hall, the old City Hall over on Highland. Before we can demolish that building, we have to and the electrical connections and the sewer, and there's money to help pay for that. So that's budget amendment. That pretty much wraps up tonight's meeting. A couple things I wanted to share with you all. We are still doing tours at Horizon on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. and Thursdays at 2 p.m. You can call the main City Hall number to sign up for one or to make sure that the tour is happening. You don't have to sign up. You can just show up at 10 a.m. on Tuesday or Thursday at 2 p.m. And have a tour. But if you'd like more information, you can call the main city, which is 587-6700, and at the front desk there, they'll be able to sign you up or tell you what's happening, etc. If you have a group, I just helped organize a group from an assisted living facility. They're going to bring not their whole facility, but a busload of people over for Parlor Donuts and then a tour on a Friday morning. So they're excited about that, and our staff is going to help facilitate that tour on a Friday morning outside of the normal tour hours. So, good morning, Larry. Yeah, I've got an email in. There was some flooding over at Ulmerton and 101st yesterday. It's not an uncommon thing, so we're working on that. And I'll get some answers on that, Larry, for you all, hopefully today. If not this morning, by the end of the day, hopefully, as far as what's being done and what we know that can be done. Yeah, Ken, we're excited too. I think most of the programming really kicks off in October for the stage over at Horizon. So tours are still ongoing. If you have a group or if you want to do a different time, if those times don't work for you, call that number or check on the website and you'll be able to do that. You probably didn't see it yesterday because it was raining all day yesterday, but there's police officers from around the country that are doing police bicycle training here in the city of Largo. So once the sun's out this week, between today and the 7th, you'll probably see groups of officers riding bicycles in and around central Largo, so downtown area and around from the different recreation facilities probably. These are actual police officers. And they'll look like actual police officers because they'll be wearing their uniforms, whatever they'll basically wear at home if they're doing a bike patrol. But please don't be alarmed. There's no emergencies. They're just training. They've got some nationally renowned bicycle trainers to tell them how to kind of manage all of the gear that they're riding on their bike and stuff. So that's from yesterday through the 7th, and their training's all happening here in Largo. But it's police officers from around the world. So please say hi, and please don't be alarmed. They're not responding to any type of emergency or anything. If you haven't signed up for the Largo Today emails, it's a free email that just gives you a little bit of an update on what's happening in Largo. You can do that. If you do it by August 14th, you have a chance to win a hurricane preparedness kit. So go on the city's website. I'll post a link here. I'm going to put a star next to this so I remember to post a link. I'll post a link here so you'll know how to do that. But you can sign up for Largo Today, and if you do it before August 14th, you enter to win a free hurricane preparedness kit. I got to say also, and the Ace Hardware, it's not Hammer, it's Sunshine Ace Hardware, the old Hammerheads Ace in Largo. Sunshine Ace has a bucket where if you put your information in that bucket, they give a really great hurricane preparedness kit as well. So I think that drawing's the middle of this month. So if you're over at Ace, make sure you put your name in that bucket. I didn't win last year, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to win this year. I put my name in. I'm an Ace way too often. Let me see. We also have ongoing, well, it starts on August 6th, a 2027 budget survey where we're trying to get some specific opinion answers, questions answered from our residents about the upcoming budget for the city of Largo. That survey goes from August 6th to August 27th. and then the results will be given to the city commission and the mayor on September 3rd at our first budget hearing. So if you can do that, this is another thing that I'll put a link on this on my Facebook page after this, so that you can go and take part of that survey. I'll probably put the link on in a couple days on August 6th, so that it's not, the survey is actually open. I did just got a message from the Bogies Tavern group, and they're excited. They're really close to opening. Bogies, if you don't know, is a new restaurant that's coming just on the north side of Largo Central Park, across East Bay Drive. It used to be the hospice building. They've done an amazing job in there, and I've seen photographs of both the restaurant and bar and the interior, as well as photographs of their food, a lot of their menu items. Everything looks really great. I'm excited. A lot of people are excited to see Bogies open, and my understanding is they're opening soon, so we're excited for that. This weekend is Train Week. Train Week is the first full weekend of the month. So this is the first full weekend of the month, so you can go get a train ride. They're free. Donations are accepted, and they do pay for the trains and the maintenance of the trains and all that. It's run by a nonprofit group, but it's a great time. If you haven't ridden the train in Largo Central Park, you need to do that. I don't care how old you are. I've ridden it quite a few times. I make it through the tunnel, so you can too. On the August 22nd, Keep Pinellas Beautiful is hosting a cleanup at Bayhead Park. So it's August 22nd. It's from 8 o'clock until 11 a.m. and it's over at Bayhead. We do recommend that you sign up ahead of time with Keep Pinellas Beautiful. You'll get a shirt, you'll get the grabber to use, and they'll weigh any litter, anything they pick up. It's August 22nd from 8 until 11 a.m. I'll put a link so you can go and find out more about it and sign up if you're in the area, and you can do that morning. Lastly, it is hurricane season, so I hope that you have a plan. I hope that maybe you saw in your utility bill last month there was a flyer that talked about separating the piles if in fact we do have to, if people get flooded or if there's a hurricane, that type of stuff. One of the biggest challenge after a hurricane, one of the biggest challenges is, at least so far in Largo, is managing that debris. And if the residents can separate the debris into 3 piles up front, it helps us pick it up a lot faster. We've got contractors that pick it up, our team picks it up, and we need, so three piles are yard waste, like green, basically anything that's grown, and then trash. So trash would include like sopping wet carpets, household trash, anything that's trash. And then white goods, which would be like appliances, big like appliances, essentially, refrigerators, freezers, washers, dryers, that type of stuff. Put all that stuff separate, and it'll be recycled appropriately and handled appropriately, and we'll be able to pick it up a lot faster if it's separated. If you have any questions on that, you can find more information about those piles on the city's website, under solid waste, public works, and then solid waste. So I hope that you guys learned a little bit this morning. Thank you all for being here. And if you have any questions, please just put them in comments, and I'll find them and answer them to the best of my ability. You guys have a great week, and I'll see you soon.